Hello, we're talking today about your career. We're going to do 3 tapes. The first one is On Your Career, Managing Oneself by Peter Drucker, the absolute best writer in business whose work has been read by millions. The second is The Effective Executive by Peter Drucker, which talks about management, and most of us have become managers of ourselves as well, so this can be very helpful. The third one is going to be about how to get a job in a bad economy. The first one is about managing oneself. Drucker wrote this as a 7-page article for Harvard Business Review, and we bought the rights to it at simplydownload.com and simplymagazine.net. And what's interesting about it is it was our bestseller whether we were at Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Target, Fry's, or Best Buy in places at the high end. People are very interested today in how do they manage themselves in this new world we seem to be in. Well, what does that mean? Well, the first thing it means is, as Drucker says, you cannot fix weaknesses. You can only promote your own strengths and make yourself better at what you do. And that's a very important concept. It's not about the red marks in a test. It's about what you do that's good that you can make better. The second part of that is, well, how do you get better? His point is, how do you learn? And the way you learn is you find out the learning style that's right for you. And he gives the example of World War II when Ike won basically World War II for us on the Western Front at Normandy. He had wonderful press conferences. Why? The press corps submitted questions just 15 minutes before the press conference. Eisenhower had a chance to read them and respond. He was a listener and a reader, but much more a reader than a listener. So what happened is when he became president, he was bamboozled because then he could only be a listener and he didn't have the support of reading. So he sounded foolish, and people forever after thought he was. He was not. It was his learning style. The same thing happened with LBJ, Lyndon Johnson. He took over for John Kennedy. Kennedy was a reader. Johnson was a listener. So what was the problem? Well, Johnson kept the Kennedy staff writers, and he didn't understand anything he was saying because he was a listener. Parliamentarians tend to be listeners. Many people are. So you have to find out the ways you do best in what you do. And that's part of what this is about. There's much more. Come to simplymagazine.net, simplydownload.com, and download the book.